Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are not familiar with me, I am a soul level animal communicator as well as a psychic medium, both of which are soul level jobs as well. And I love to work with crystals. I do Reiki healing and I love to play with the cards too. So, divination cards and tarot cards are my thing. Sometimes I do these readings here live with cards. So, yep. As a matter of fact, what I think I'll do is just pull a card for the energy of today and see how things are going. These that I'll be pulling from are called Wisdom of the Oracle. It's a deck by Colette Baron Reed. I studied under her for a time. All right. An appropriate card, Higher Power. So as much as certain people like to think that they're in control of our lives, that's not true. We, in co-creation with our higher power, are always in control of our lives and our destiny, staying on our life purpose path, and keeping our heart open. So just remember, this is kind of a time when we're coming into a place of feeling like we're struggling to maintain emotional balance. And as long as we maintain a higher vibration, stay in that space of joy and love and send that out. I like to practice breathing in joy from the universe, breathing out love to the universe. It's really a good way to do it. Another way you can keep your vibration high is to surround yourself by other like-minded people. You know, they say that you act most or you think most like the four people that you spend the most time around. So consider who you spend the most time around and try to up level your game a little bit and be the light, so to speak. That's what we do have control over. So hold on just a second. One of my little assistants here wants to help. Those of you who don't know, this is Bogey. It's my little 4.5 pound pocket pet. And he and his brother are here for all the readings. So hi, Bonnie. It's nice to see you. Hey, Carl. Glad you're here. Vince Chili. It's good to see you. And Gina. Kathy Beer. Hi. Thank y'all for being here. Kathy, I think I've spoken to you all earlier in the week. Maybe yesterday with Civil Harmony? I don't know. I can't remember for sure. When I get into this kind of mode, my recognition is there, but my recall is a little spotty. So, yeah, try to let spirit talk through me. But anyway, getting back to higher power, remember, your guides are there. They're saying you've got this, and they will look out for your best interests. Sometimes people will let you down, but spirit never will. So, just want to make sure we're all ready and going into this next season of our lives with an upbeat attitude. We can't control what happens on the world scale, but we can certainly take charge of what's going on within ourselves and within our little sphere of influence. So breathe out the fear, breathe in God, breathe in joy. Like I said, send out love, whatever works best for you and your belief system. Just try to keep a great attitude. Hey, Roseanne, I'm so glad you're here. Lori Christine, nice to see you. And Jessica Lynn and Susan B. Thank y'all for being here. So what I'd like to do today is I'll either be using the cards or I'll just be going straight intuitively into it. If you have any questions for yourself or for one of your beloved animals, I'm happy to connect and see what we can do to answer those questions for you. So let's go back and see what I've got going here. It's 3 in Ecuador, Bonnie. Good. It's 3 o'clock in Florida, too. Let's see. I think I saw something from you before. Is it okay to ask questions here and now? Yes. Thank you. You're the first one. If so, can you see if and when I'll be able to move back to the States? I miss my family terribly. Ooh. Let's draw a card about that, and then I'm going to tune into your energy real quick, the energy of the situation. Wow. Ecuador. It's an interesting place to be right now. It's beautiful. I don't know if work takes you there or a relationship or whatever. Oh, that's really interesting. This is the orphaned card, but in the protection position. And I have to say, I don't have this deck totally memorized, so I'd love to know what that means. So, orphaned is about a sense of loss, which could definitely relate to missing your family. But the protection message says that this speaks to the essence of abandonment, and perhaps there's a need for you to be apart for some reason outside of yourself. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. Doesn't talk about that. It says it's time to address any unhealthy alliances that you've formed and make a decision to heal the past. You're not going to be abandoned by the world, or in this case, your family, if you claim yourself as a whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. I think this really talks more about staying in connection with yourself and your heart. And it sounds like you really know your heart and know where your heart is. That and it talks also about connecting to others in a healthy way. Life wants to love you, so let it. So let's see what your guides have to say. So there are two guides that are coming in, two primary guides. One of them is bigger and taller than another smaller one in the front. Um, don't really have a gender assigned to them, really. They don't feel strongly male or female. But anyway, the taller, bigger one is coming in with clarity. I'm hearing the word clarity. So I don't know if there's a clarity of intention, but they're speaking to, right, getting really clear on what it is you want and leaving the results up to them to set the wheels in motion as to the how it's going to happen. So if you can just set yourself on that intention of being back in the States and being near your family and take a little time, it's part of what I call the envisioning process. Take a little time every day to envision yourself back in your home space here in the States, back with your family, and just sort of feel into what that's going to feel like, what that's going to look like in the day to day. Will you be staying with them? Will you have your own place? What would that look like to you in your heart of heart, if your dreams were to come true? So how would that feel? I mean, right down to what would the weather be like, and would you be getting new clothes, and that kind of thing. So um, yeah, I do feel like what you what you focus on expands, and if you can focus on this intention, you can certainly bring it to fruition. As I'm walking down a timeline, looking at your energy right now, and walking on a timeline with it, it's very hot. I don't know if it's very hot there right now, but it's going to be in a very hot atmosphere when you're actually making your move. So again, I don't know the climate of where you are, but if it'll be warm weather for sure. I hope that helps. I hope that helps give you some hope. I want you to really press into that what you're looking to have happen. Like, picture yourself on a plane, a ship, in a vehicle, however you want to get back here. Okay, let's see. Carl. Carl, he says, may I hear from my guides for this week until the end of the month? Will this new job offer push through and receive an advance this week? Ooh. Hang on, let's see. I actually do feel like that there will be an offer coming through. I'm seeing a handshake, which would indicate sealed, that the deal's been sealed. I'm not seeing any cash or any exchange of cash at the outset. Um, I hope that's not a deal breaker, but it feels like this is a good spirited place. So yeah, I see that coming through for you. So I hope that does. feels like it's a payable weekly kind of job. So I don't know if that makes any sense for you, but I hope it does, and I hope that helps. Thanks, Carl. Glad you're here. Kathy says, okay, well, I knew I knew your name. Glad you're here, Kathy. Thanks. Hi, Jessica Lynn. Okay. Whoosh. Roseanne says, I would love a reading. Well, it's not coming up. There it goes. I would love a reading on my health. Okay. What do we need to know for Roseanne Giannotti's highest good for her health? I have these other cards that I'm just falling in love with, and y'all know I love animals, so they're animal based. They're spirit animal cards, so they're really cool. But they're focused on the tarot, so this is essentially going to be like a little tarot reading for you. Okay. What does Roseanne need to know about her health? Wow. Okay. So it's telling me that you've got an intuitive side to you as well. This is the Spider, which is actually a major arcana card, the High Priestess. This is the card of, ideas and bringing ideas to fruition. This is the card of embodying that which you want to be and bringing it into form. Very fertile card, a lot of things in the works. Not sure if that fertility bit makes sense for you, but that's the what things have been like leading up to a current condition of Polar Bear, which is another major arcana card, and it's the Star card, which is all about hope and healing. So if you have something going on with your health right now, this is like in the present, you're in the midst of receiving healing, receiving emotional and spiritual healing from your guides and your angels. And so this is a really good time of hope and looking up, not necessarily hand out, but hand up kind of hope. And then coming into the Frog, which is the Four of Cups, which is really all about feeling balanced and having new opportunities coming your way. So that's a really cool card. Oh my gosh, that's great. You'll be feeling more like yourself and you'll be ready to take on new things. So I hope that helps. Let me see it, just tuning in myself to what's going on. I feel like there's something going on I feel it in my gut level area, my solar plexus area. So I don't know if there's something going on with you intestinally or from digestive or something like that. I'm not really good with anatomy or where things are even inside my own body, but it feels like it's something like that might be going on. And it's just flared up, inflamed, I guess would be a better word. It's time to ratchet back and make some kind of adjustment there, making an adjustment for in the what you're eating and how you're eating. Like if you're a 3 meal a day person, maybe parse it out into several smaller meals. I call them tapas, like snacks. Just I treat myself to appetizers, and I have like 4 or 5 appetizers in a day as opposed to one big sit down meal. So it tends to help me. It helps me a lot. I feel a whole lot healthier eating that way. I don't feel as hungry when I sit down to eat because I just eat about every 3 hours or so. Anyway, I don't know if that helps you, but that's what they're saying is to not necessarily do it the way I do it, but they're saying change how you're eating. Okay, so I hope that helps, Roseanne. Carl says it's 4 a.m. here. God bless you. It's not even sunrise. Okay. Gina says, any message which is in my highest good in relation to healing and finances, career, or whatever comes through. Thank you so much. Okay. Excuse me, y'all, 1 second. I'm digging these cards. I'm going to try this again. Gina, what I'm feeling is that there's an equal amount of emotional healing as well as there might be something physical, any kind of whatever's going on with your body. There's as much going on with balancing your heart and your emotions, and it feels like healing from letting things go, from the past, wounds from the past or trauma from the past. Yeah, and I feel like this is affecting somehow your sense of emotional security, um, which can translate to, even physical sense of feeling not secure. I'm not going to say insecure because people think that they have a different connotation. That's not what I mean. But not feeling secure, not feeling safe emotionally, if that makes sense. So let's see what the cards have to say. What does Gina know about her highest good? Ooh, girl. Okay. So what it's talking about is, here's the basis of who you are, little lady. Sorry. That's a southern term, and I apologize for saying that. I don't mean that in any kind of derogatory sense. But lady, wow, jaguar, quick-witted. You are someone who's not afraid to face your demons. So if there is something that needs to be let go of, that's baggage from the past, you don't have to let it be part of who you are today or tomorrow. You can let it go, and it doesn't have to define you. It's because it happened to you. In some respects, it also happened for you because of the effect that it had on you made you stronger. This is a very strong card. So at your heart, you are a strong person. You're someone who perseveres. This is also a card of transformation. You have the ability, and you know you have the ability to take yourself anywhere you want to go with your life. This is not a card of somebody who settles, but it does say in the action part that's happening right now with regard to your career and with regard to your finances. It was the fly card, but it was the fly in protection, which is to be aware and be mindful of getting into a mindset of winning at all costs. That because pride goeth before the fall, as they say. So this is about, contemplate, weigh the pros and cons, look at the values here, and does it outweigh the cost to you? If it's a position, for example, that you want to take, maybe it's going to require more of your time and energy, and more compromise. You don't want to do anything that's going to compromise your values or your integrity. So you wouldn't want to take a job that would do that. But this is talking about being choosy. You have everything it takes to transform your life. So be choosy about which position that you decide to accept. Your guides are saying that which looks the shiniest may not be the most in they're saying bring the biggest pot of gold. Um, so everything that glitters isn't gold, kind of thing. There might be, like, it may be a choice between two jobs and one pays a whole lot more, but be careful about that one because there's usually a reason, that it maybe pays a whole lot more. It's not always the greatest reason. But this is the outcome, which is the gorilla. Basically, it's the Seven of Wands, and it's all about, being courageous and taking that brave step, taking a leap of faith and achieving as a result of it. So you have got this in hand. You will have this in hand. You will end up with something that's going to advance you professionally as well as financially. Just again, guard against that winning at all cost, because it could lend to unintended self-sabotage, is what they're saying. So I hope that helps. Thank you, Gina. Thanks for letting me read for you. Okay. Denise G. Greetings, Donna. Could you check in with my dog Starry about why he's drinking so much? Vet test mostly negative. Just put him on meds for diabetes insipidus to see if that will help. Okay, let me just connect in with Starry. Man, I immediately get this taste in my mouth, Denise. It's hard to describe it. It's almost like a metallic. Um, and I'm getting like a dry mouth all situation coming up right now, just as I'm talking. Interesting. And I feel this like up in my head as much as in my mouth, and in the taste that's in my mouth. I feel a feeling coming up into my head. So I'm wondering if there is something in the environment, in the air, something, maybe an allergen, something that the dog is smelling that might be leading to creating this taste in Starry's mouth. Up feeling into Starry's body just real quick. Without going into a full-on body scan, the majority of what I'm feeling is in my head and throat area. So I feel like that this is something that is not coming from within Starry's body, something that Starry's responding to outside of his body, sorry. So I don't know if there's dust or if there's something. I know this is Denise G. We've spoken before, and so I know that you've recently moved, and so I wonder if maybe it's something that has been left in the house, some kind of particle or some kind of dust that's been maybe left over, coming through the ductwork or something that Starry's not used to. I hope that helps. Going back to Bonnie in Ecuador, I love it here. Finances brought me here. I just miss them. Oh, bless your heart. Well, I hope you are able to make it back with an even better financial picture. Okay. Lori Christine says, my cat Nathan died suddenly on Wednesday morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. My gosh. Oh, wow. Okay. Does he have a message for me? There are no words for how much I love him and miss him. I am really sorry you're having to go through that, Lori Christine. Oh, okay. Let me connect. Oh gosh, as Nathan comes through, he just comes straight into my heart. I feel such a profound love in my heart. It's just like filling up my chest cavity. So I would say that the love is mutual. Definitely, this cat loves you so much. Oh, he's coming through like with a. It's almost as if he's petting you the way you used to pet him, like down the head and down the back and to the shoulders, kind of pet. Is if he could. He's swirling his energy around your energy in my mind's eye, this office space that I have in my mind's eye. I have energetic bodies in my ethereal office, and he is just swirling all around your energies to wrap you in a blanket of comfort, to tell you that everything is peaceful, everything is at peace. There is no pain, and there's just a transition. It's like he's gone. I use this metaphor and he's reminding me it's like going from one room into another for them, to go from the earthly realm back to the spirit realm. back home. But he's showing me like jumping up and climbing and get all around, very agile, very mobile, feeling freedom. I'm hearing freedom. Just coming back to something about what was said. I don't know if you call him Nady or baby or something like that, but I'm hearing this, I love you. And, that it is definitely mutual. I'm asking him if he has anything that he wants to share with you. Best life. He had the best life. He says he's had the best life. Thank you. He's specifically thanking you for his food. I'm not sure if that is something has a special meaning for you. Specifically thanking you for his bed. Specifically. And I just feel like he would rub his head against you, like just rub his head against you for affection, and sending him so much love. Oh my gosh. I hope that helps. They're really, oh, he says you are amazing. And there's so much that's changed in you and within you in terms of your spiritual evolution in the time that he was with you. And he is so proud with how you've evolved and grown, and how you got, he's had a part to play in that, in bringing you around to knowing your worth and believing, because you do deserve the best. He says he was part of that best. He was the best. Yeah. Credit where credit's due, right? I hope that helps. I do. I'm so sorry, Laurie, for what you're going through. I know that's heartbreaking. But Nathan sends so much love. Wow. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, you've got lots of condolences here. AK asks, am I doing card readings? Yes, I can. I've got a couple of decks here. I can even probably go by theme. If you have a certain theme of a deck you want me to read from, I've got a whole bunch here. So, but right now I've got Wisdom of the Oracle, and then I have the Arc Animal Tarot by Bernadette Carter King. Also a great deck. Jessica Lynn says, my dog has a hard time sleeping at night, and I think it's because of being in pain. He is 16 with arthritis. I give him pain medication. Is there anything else I can do? Jessica, if you're still here, pop in if you would with your dog's name, if you don't mind. I'm going to try to go down and find it. Animal would be great, AK. Okay, so hang on. Pop in with a question, AK, and I will use the animal deck to answer it. God, there's so much going out to you, Laurie Christine, in terms of so much love in this group. We have the best group here. If you haven't been with us long, you'll find out. We really connect and care with each other. Venus says, wow, 16. I know, right? Okay. I'm just going to go in, Jessica. I'm going to tune in to your dog without a name. So Unlike when Nathan came in spirit, and was just Mr. Energy all over the place, and feeling free, and showing that he was at his best self again, at his best and highest uh, self. What's coming in for me with your dog, Jessica, is things are slowing down. The energy level is slowing down. The functionality of the organs, physically, everything is at a bit slower pace. And I'm not sure if that's a result of the medication or if that's just a result of normal, aging process for his body or her body. You said you're giving him medication. Okay, I know it's a boy. I'm seeing blankets. I'm seeing, warm things to lie in and snuggle in and create a nest in. Um, what I'm sensing is that there is some bone pain, achy bones and such. If you have a memory foam type bed or a memory foam mattress or even those egg crate cushions, you can get dog beds with the egg crate. It helps to keep them buoyant so that their full weight and their bones are not resting against the floor or the hard surface. But that's the feeling that I'm getting from the dog, is that he would like to be nestled. I guess is the best way to put it. Just not necessarily wrapped in a bundle like you would bundle up a human baby, but just a big soft place to lay down. I'm also hearing gravy. Don't know if that makes sense. If you've got gravy type food with gravy. Uh, and when I ask if there's like a particular flavor, he's like, no, just the liquid, the broth, and not the broth, but more of a thicker broth, like a gravy, is it doesn't he doesn't really discern too much about the flavors anymore. It's more about that consistency of that gravy. He would love something like that as a treat or with his meal. I hope that helps. Also, if you're sorry, somebody's at the window walking by. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, what was going to say is about oil. If you've given him like the conjointin or conjointin, I think that's what it's called, like Cosequin, those kinds of things that are good for joints, that would be good. You can also use fish oil to kind of help with lubricating the joints as well. That's just me talking. So I hope that helps, Jessica Lynn. Wow, hold on. Going back. Boy, I've missed a whole bunch. Hang on a second. Shan L says, just came across your channel. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. I really appreciate having you as a new subscriber. You're going to love this group. I do lives every 7 to 10 days, kind of depending on my reading schedule and what's going on. But yeah, I love doing these. I'll be doing another one next Friday, the 24th. And I'll be doing it with someone else. There's a lady named Bree who I do crystal videos with, and we've just finished up a 4-part series on crystals for better psychic connection. For those of you who are also intuitive and who might be doing readings or just want to build your psychic abilities or add some really cool energy to your home and kind of help up level the energy and the vibration of your home. Crystals emit a frequency just like we do, just like every other living thing does. Crystals and plants and trees, that it all vibrates on a frequency. And some of the higher vibrational crystals can really make your house feel comfortable and peaceful and loving and nurturing. And some of those psychic stones can also do that as well. So I hope you'll tune in and just take a look at some of those crystal videos that we've got out. And then you can come join us next Friday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, Carl, maybe that'll be a better time for you. Let's see. Last question, Carl says. Last question. Will my oldest cat, Kobe's health improve once I have enough money to take him to the vet? He's got diarrhea for a year now and lost a lot of weight. Let's look at that. When I feel into his body, I feel like there has been, a loss of muscle in addition to, burning through his fat reserves and that. But there's going to be a special canned food that your vet's going to give you just for Kobe. He's really going to like the taste of it. But there will also be some things that you can make, from, that won't be prescriptive grade food that you'll be able to make yourself to supplement that and to help him on his diet. It's going to not come back on as quickly as it went off, but I do feel like he will be gaining some weight. And, wow. But I also feel like there's something going on in his digestive tract that's causing this, like in his colon or in his intestines, Carl. It's what it feels like when I feel into his body, and he lets me feel it in my body. So I hope that helps. And I'm really excited for you. I hope this new job is everything you want it to be and more. Carl says, it is a weekly thing. Good. Gina M. Yes, it was yesterday. We did a really fun get together on feng shui. We did one in December, and we had a lot of feedback, good feedback from it with a few extra questions. And so we decided to do it again yesterday. And if you would like a class on feng shui, Sybil is a master, and I'm a practitioner, but more of an observer, and I'm like her wingman. But I put the crystal part of it into the equation. And we'd love to do a class for you guys if there's enough interest in that. So you can send me an email at connect@donnanorris.net if you would like to take a class on feng shui, or you can send one to Sybil. Let's see. I know her email address, and I'll put that here. I'm putting it in the chat. Email either one of us if you'd like to have a class, or both of us. That'd be awesome. Bonnie says, Bonnie in Ecuador. Very hot here. It's summer, which means hot and humid. Oh, it's your summer there. Rainy season. I love it. So I'll begin manifesting the means to make trips to my family more often. Thank you for the clarity. Absolutely. You can also speaking of crystals, I just want to tell you, grab some malachite. It's a great stone of abundance and confidence and manifestation. So is citrine. And citrine also brings in a creative aspect, but it's a stone of abundance and prosperity. And if that's what you're wanting to manifest so that you can fly back and forth more often and visit your family, that's amazing. Yeah. Grab those two stones and set your intention into them as you hold them, that you intend to use them to manifest trips home to see family. You intend to use them to manifest a raise at work. This is for everybody, but you can use them for anything, and just hold it in there, hold it to your heart, infuse that intention into the crystal, and then set it where you'll see it. Set it where you'll see it often, especially with regard to abundance and prosperity stones. I always like to set them by the front door. And it's a feng shui thing that Sybil talked about just yesterday. bring in those opportunities for prosperity and abundance. If you set it by the front door, you're inviting in prosperity into your life. So I hope that helps. Let's see. Gina says, thank you. Hit the like button. Yeah, please hit the like on the button for this video. I appreciate it. Christina O says, hi, happy to see you. For those of y'all who don't know, Christina O has a litter of beautiful Shih Tzu puppies. Susan B says, my cockatoo Jessie, 33 years old, passed over at the vet's without me to comfort her during COVID. Does she know how much I love and miss her? Let's see, Susan. That's a really full life. I know they can live to be over 40, but that's awesome that you got to have her that long. Wow. So much was awful during COVID. I remember having to take my dogs to the vet and then drop them off outside in the parking lot in a crate and then just walk away. And I'm not used to that. That was really hard. I'm sure it had to be hard for you. Gosh, and to lose her. Let me tune in. Susan, you will be happy to know that Jessie flies free today. Jessie is free in her spirit, and she is flying. She's crunching on something that almost looks like candy corn. I mean, if you had to, they're trying to give you a visual here, but it's something like that. Crunching on lots of food. Lots of other birds. I don't know if these are other birds that you've had in the past or if these are just other birds that, you know, she's brought into her manifestation of what her heaven looks like. She's back in the animal realm, in the spiritual realm. And she's doing this little like do 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 do. I can feel it, like kissing, sending you kisses. I'm sure she probably likes me, but she loves you. So I'm getting kisses for you from heaven, literal pecks. I don't know if that's something that she used to do in life, but oh, it's so sweet. It's almost like with the top of her beak instead of with the point, if that makes sense. Very neat. She's also showing me a clock, Susan, and what that means for me when an animal or even a loved one in spirit shows me a clock. I always see it like the classroom clock. This is how I know it's a symbol message from them, a symbolic message. I see those clocks with the black frame, the white face, and the little hash marks in between, and they used to go click, click, click. Took forever to get those last few clicks before we got the bell to go. But anyway, her clock that she's showing me is like a high noon, which means it was her time. And whether you would have been there or not been there, or even if she had been at home, when she went, it was her time to go. And she feels like it was I feel it like it's just a smooth outflow of breath, just a outflow, and her spirit body lifted out of her physical body and was free. She says it was very peaceful, very, very peaceful process for her. So I hope that helps you to know that, because she wants to make sure that you know that. She's like telling me that you're like envisioning cold, and you're envisioning, lonely, and that's not what it was like for her. She was resting in like a dream. She was like asleep, and it was a restful state when she just whooshed. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps, Susan. And yes, she knows how much you miss her, and she's sending you love back. She'll be there for you. You know, our animals are there for us when it's our time to cross over. All the animals we've ever loved, whether they were our personal pets or other people's pets that we've loved or animals in the wild that we've had a relationship with, they're all there. And their spirit knows our spirit, and we will reconnect. So you can bet on that. I've heard it from too many animals and too many people that's how it goes. Roseanne says, sounds wonderful. Thanks. Thank you. Steve B says, hi, Donna. I was wondering if my dog, Ember, who has passed, was with me in another life. She was a true angel. That's awesome. Okay, let's see if we can bring Ember in. As Ember comes in, she is showing me an image of this time with you when you were a farmer. Don't know if that's this life or if this is another life, but you're like attending to fields. And this dog, she was like a spaniel type dog, probably a 50 or 60-pound dog, running alongside you and taking it with you, like working with you in the fields. Also working to like round up, looks like geese or ducks or something like that, birds in the pen, into the pen. So Ember was a working dog in that life. I don't know if she was a working dog in this life, but she was a working dog in that life. I'm going to ask her if she can take me to any others, if there were any other lifetimes. She's taking me to a lifetime when she was a much smaller, fuzzier dog, short-haired dog that was more of a lap dog, that was more of like a 10-pound or so lap dog. And it has a face kind of like a pug or a Frenchie or, you know, that kind of a face. And it's in your lap, in a man's lap, I should say. You were a man in that life as well, but you were petting this dog on your lap. So I hope that makes sense. That was fun. I don't often get to ask animals about what the past lives were like, so I hope you don't mind me seizing that opportunity. That was cool. Christina O says, I'm wondering if you're able to tell me anything about Holly. She will be 4 weeks old tomorrow. She is Poppy's firstborn and seems to be struggling a little bit. She lost weight in the last 2 days. Okay, let's see if I can tune into Holly. I immediately get plugged up. Like plugged up, like almost like a stuffy. So I don't know if she has like some kind of a blockage or if she's got maybe an allergy to something, maybe the food or something like that. I don't know if they're eating food yet or if they're still just drinking mom's milk. Maybe there's something in the air. I just, I can't diagnose. I don't know anything about it. I just know how that I'm feeling this. And I'm feeling also like a little hungry. So the appetite is definitely there. I'm feeling a rumbly tummy. That's really all I'm getting. So I hope that helps. Whew. They probably won't be going back to the vet for a bit. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to check that. Anyway, I hope that helps. Gina says, yes, I'm emotional healing, working on that. I think a lot of us are in that same place for about as many different reasons as there are us people. So you're not alone in that. Venus says, hi, Donna. Would love to get your thoughts on my dog Roxy's health at this time. Is she in any pain? Is that Roxy in the picture with you, Venus? Sweet little pibble. I'm going to use animal cards. And then I'm going to do a body map real quick with Roxy, okay? It's really different for me. I don't usually do cards on a physical question. Two of Swords. That is about like at an impasse. So how does that translate to physical? Let me tune in to Roxy. I do feel some pain. It's a come and go, kind of a throbbing pain. And it's again in my abdominal area, but on the right side towards the back. Yeah, I don't know. It is gradually increasing, this thing that I'm feeling. Gosh, I don't know if it's like a kidney or something, but it doesn't feel like it's in my intestines, okay? It feels like it's in another organ. And it feels like it gets like really intense and hurts and then it fades. So I don't know if that makes sense for you with her. But I do feel like she is, it's got her concerned. And so she's in a state of I don't want to call it anxiety, but feeling uncomfortable. And so I don't know if she's more snuggly with you already or just wanting to be petted and wanting to be loved on, but she's like, looking to you for some security, to reinforce security. You can also, you don't have to be an energy healer to send love and to send healing energy to your animals. So, Venus, if you haven't heard me say this before, you can put your hands on her, like the back, by her back legs or down on her thighs, and just hold it there and just send loving, healing energy to her from you to settle whatever's going on in her body, to let it pass and to let it pass cleanly and without any ill effects to her. And just send that love energy. It only takes a few minutes. Dogs are very sensitive. All animals are much more sensitive to energy healing than humans are. They receive it and they accept it, and it only takes a couple of minutes for them to get enough. So she may just stand for it for a minute or two and then move on, and that's okay. That means she's got enough. So Joe Lombardi, hi Joe, says, any animal guide messages for me? Let's see. I love these cards. They're so awesome. The artistry on them is beautiful. When you try to do tarot readings with it, it's like, well, they're singing my song. Okay. What does Jo need to know for her highest good at this time? Okay. Okay. So, what came in first is the Six of Cups, which is about family and it's about reunions and it's about, reminiscing and getting in touch with those childhood memories and those things that make your heart smile. It's the otter. I don't know if y'all can see that. Isn't that cute? And the otter it came in like in protection, which means you don't want to get too caught up in unrealistic expectations that life today is going to be like it was when we were kids. But and there may be like a delay in a reunion. It could be something like that it's talking about. But what it's coming in right now in the current situation is like guarding against loneliness. This is a pangolin, almost looks like an armadillo. And it talks about a dark night of the soul, loneliness, and loss of home. And it came in protection, which means you might want to add some measure of protection around your home and around you. Wrap yourself in a bubble of protection because you are safe, and that would help increase that feeling of safety and security for you. That you can do as an adult, right? And one way that's really good to wrap yourself in a bubble of protection is just literally picture your body in a bubble. And it's I like to picture opalescent, like rainbow, so that whenever negative energy comes towards you, it bounces back to whoever sent it. And it's almost like, like a bubble when you blow big giant bubbles and they're floating through the air and they have that opaly glow, that's surrounding you. You've got all you need at your disposal. The rainbow aura is very similar to that of Archangel Raziel, who is, God's right hand, and he's the magician archangel. And it tells you that I like this rainbow because it reminds me that I have everything I need at my disposal. My connection with the Creator, my help from my guides, my guardian angels, my animal spirits, and my totem animal, are all there walking with me. I'm never alone, and you're never alone. So this is what, if you remember that, and you keep yourself wrapped in this bubble, self-care is healthcare. Protect yourself from any incoming negativity. Don't buy into the fear that you get fed from mainstream media. Don't buy into even that you'd be perfect if you use this shampoo kind of advertising that, makes us feel like that we need something in order to be okay or to be better or to be whatever. That's all fear-based BS. And I say BS in the kindest way possible. Take it to mean belief system. It can also mean the other kind of BS as well, because it's not real. It's a false illusion intended to get you into feeling a state of lack, putting you in a position of lack. So wrap yourself in this magic bubble, know that you're protected, and move on, because what's going to come next is dolphin. This will be the result. No, it's all about, new and exciting things, joy, creating a sense of joy, raising your vibration, and you'll be drawing in other people that have that higher vibration to join you, because like attracts like. Water seeks its own level. When we raise our vibration, those are the kinds of people we attract. And I think we talked about it at the beginning of the hour too. Remember who you surround yourself with. Try to seek out those higher vibrational people to surround yourself with and keep you buoyed up, because everything's going to be fine. This even talks about a romance. So it might be in the cards for you, Joe. That'd be cool. And gosh, it's already time. Where does the time go? Man. Okay. Harun Rozak says, message from my deceased grandfather. Well, no one else has asked for mediumship this hour, so let me see if I can connect with your grandfather. I have a gentleman coming in with a very purposeful stride and pointing at his watch like it's time. Something to do with time. I don't know if he's asking if you're on time or if he's on time, or do you know what time it is? I don't know, but he's pointing at his watch. And he's giving me like this, like he's motioning you to come on, let's go. I don't know if you used to run around with him or if he would take you places, but he's like, he's giving me this, seeing him go, come on, let's go, as if he's calling you to come with him or to go with him somewhere, bringing up this lovely memory. And I'm hearing that he perhaps wasn't the world's most patient man, um, and that sometimes that you can get a little impatient as well. I don't know if this makes sense for you, but he says y'all have that in common. But good heart, good heart, and so proud of you. Something about connection. You have made some connections. It's like you've really stringed different things together and created something that he's really proud of and that you could be really proud of. That's a really interesting visual. But it's like you built one thing after another and made this lineage, this line, this, I don't know what to call it other than it looks like a line that you formed and woven, and it's very strong. This, so I hope that makes sense for you. There's not a whole lot of time left to let me know. I hope you're still here, and I hope you got that, and I hope it made sense for you. Man, there's so much love going out to you, Lori Christine, and a lot of people are sending sympathy back and forth. Mary Lou Reed, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you here. Hi, thanks for being on today. Any guidance on when, if our move to the Pacific Northwest will happen? Okay, I've got time for one more. It's a few minutes over, but I'm going to do it. Mary Lou is an amazing person. She's highly intuitive, for those of y'all who don't know. And she's just a sweetheart. In fact, Mary Lou, look what I've got here that I was working on a crystal grid with this past week. Tell Betsy I said hi. Sorry, y'all, private joke, but Betsy is a relative of Mary Lou's who made that. We met last year at Susan Lynn's Connect to Empower conference, so that was really exciting for me to get to meet some of my people in person. Mary Lou being one of my favorites. So let's see. The energy says right now, building blocks. You're setting up the dominoes, getting that move ready. This is the energy that you've been in, the building blocks, setting the foundation, getting things ready, envisioning, hopefully, seeing yourself in the Pacific Northwest, seeing yourself moving, seeing yourself driving cross country into that house, because this is what's coming into play now, the fates. It's getting to be the energy of time to go. So this could be like in this season, in the next few months, there could be some things being set into motion because this is the outcome. Imagine as you see it, so it will be. You can bring this into form. This is looking really positive for me. I mean, if I were to get that, I would say it's looking pretty good. I would say it's going to be happening in the not too distant future. As most of y'all know, I don't read more than about 6 months out most of the time. So, yeah, that's awesome. Woo! What a way to end a session. Thank y'all so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you hitting like and subscribe. Again, you can use that email address, connect@donnanorris.net. to reach out to me with any ideas for classes. I'm going to have a basic animal communication class coming up soon. We're also going to be doing, in February, March, we're going to be doing a class, Bree and I, on creating a sacred space and setting up a sacred space. If you're wanting to get into doing readings, or if you want to have a special place for your meditation, or for setting your intention and keeping your crystals, or, whatever you want to use it for, we're going to do a class on that coming up soon too. They're not going to be long classes, like 1-2 hours, not very long, not very pricey. So I hope that resonates with some of you and you'd be interested in that. And Susan V saying mold. I don't know what that. Denise G. I don't think it says I will clean better. I don't know that it has a whole lot to do with the cleaning. It just may be up in the ductwork. I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with your housekeeping. It didn't feel like that to me when I was doing that. Okay. Poppy's puppies are 4 weeks old tomorrow. Does Poppy have any messages? Poppy. I'll try to get that one next time. As I said, I don't know if you were here, Christina. I will be live again on Friday the 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that would be 5 p.m. Pacific time. And Lori says, I called him baby. Okay. So he got that. He received that. So much love back to you with that. He was your baby. Thank you all so much again. I will say bye for now, and I appreciate you so much. Take care, folks.